Good morning, guys. This is Robert from Trade the Moment. It is Sunday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. This is a market wrap and market recap video on what's happening in the market and what I seen this week and what I think will happen this week. Anyway, let's look at the indexes. The indexes are extremely strong. You have the Dow right on a high. SPY right on a high. Look at the weekly over here to the right. You'll see how these things have risen. They're all on the high. The Russell, small cap, and the Q's technology. So you got markets extremely strong. Another real good week for the markets. So we'll look at some sectors. With that being said, we cover a lot of sectors. We cover throughout the week. I scan and I look at sectors. Some of the sectors that we find value in, we'll talk about. A lot of stocks in a lot of different sectors are extended. So it's very, very difficult to just find a lot of long plays. But if you look at credit card processors, PayPal looks tremendous, but very hard to enter. Where do you enter this stock? So you got PayPal exploded. They look phenomenal, but it's very hard to enter, and I can't find the spot. The rest of them don't look as well. So that is MasterCard. I mean, the stock put a high in of 360 and it's 340 now. It is faded to its 200, and where do you go with this one? So this one is not as good in that sector. In this space, PayPal is by far the best looking chart. No entry naturally, but MasterCard, I don't see a long or a short. Visa, the same thing. Declining daily. Pretty flat on the weekly 20, so I don't really like them. JP Morgan in the banking sector looks good. We'll go to the banking sector. JP Morgan looks real good here, trying to break out. Not such an easy number, but if it can get to 142, it could break. But look at the week. I mean, this thing's had some run from 2 weeks ago, from 128 to 141. So I don't know. I'm not comfortable here. I can't find an entry. To break out, you can see that to the left of the screen on the daily. But if you look at it here, a lot of backfilling can happen. So JP Morgan is in the banking sector, the better one. Citigroup, not so good. Here's why. You made a high here and couldn't take it out. Can't even come close to where you are. 69.45 was the high up here somewhere, and you're basing now at 63. It looks like it could break out. It could also break down. So this could break down and it could break out. If you look at the weekly, guess what? You run into your 200-day where you were rejected. We just put out a swing video. We only had on the swing video this week, I believe, there was one long and 3 shorts, and this was a short, Citigroup. So if you go watch the swing video, or if you go to the room on Discord, you're going to find this was one of the short plays out of the 3 shorts. It was one long, 3 shorts. This was the short. So again, Citigroup, not so good. JP Morgan, much better. Just can't find an entry. So that's the short. Retail is extremely good again. Retail, we said, was doing real good. Still is. You got Under Armour, phenomenal. Broke out of here, this tight base. Got a rise in 20. Broke out past the 200-day. The stock looks very good. Nothing to the left. It's just you got to worry about filling this gap right here. This little gap here from 1760 to up here. So they're not bad. We're not going to play it. There's not a play for us, long or short. But you got other ones in that space that look real good. You got Kohl's and looking to break out on the daily, but running into its 200-day. I'll be interested to see if it can clear its 200-day and continue, or will the 200-day act as resistance, which it may. So you got Kohl's. You also got Tapestry, okay, which used to be Coach. Changed their name. The stock broke out, and it looks real good. You see the stock hit its 200-day. It was rejected, and then it broke through it. So this is a real nice stock to watch. You may get some good entries on days that the market's down. You may want to look at Tapestry. You may want to look at Under Armour or Kohl's and try to find an entry. But as long plays, and now that they didn't make the longs of the week, we only had one long swing that we posted in the swing video. But that's just to show you what's happening. The drug sector, you got Amgen. Amgen is A stock that was rejected on the daily. They don't look so good. This is another one we posted in the swing. This was a short idea. If you look at the swing video, Amgen was rejected. We'll tell you why. So we don't like Amgen. Gilead is another one that ran into its 200 day up here on a daily and a weekly. Got rejected. We don't like Gilead. We had them short the prior week, and we covered them for a small profit. We'll give another look at food stocks, Wendy's, McDonald's. These stocks, they just don't offer any value here. They're flat on the 20, they flat on the 20 on the daily and weekly. So they offer nothing. Wendy's to us. McDonald's is the same type of chart, flat daily. Basin, they just need to find out where they want to go. Consumer names and consumer brands, Clorox, Church and Dwight, Kimberly Clark. These companies have this Discord, I'm sorry. Okay, so we'll start with Clorox. I mean, this stock found its high back in August and has faded. The 20 has dipped lower. The 20 is declining. It was, for the most part of the beginning of the year, below its 200. Got above it. Didn't take long to come below it. This is a daily chart, so it only took a couple of days after going above it to come right back down to it, and then underneath it. So this rally was short-lived. So I don't like these consumer names. Clorox, Church and Dwight, another one. If you look back, July kind of made a high and faded. They all got the same type of charts. Kimberly and Clark, same thing, faded on a 20, below the 200. So the consumer names, big names for brands, Kimberly Clark, Clorox, Church, don't like any of them. One sector that's extremely strong, as you know, has been strong, has not stopped, was the semis. So be careful with this space. All the semis, I won't even go into them. Applied Material, AMD, Micron, Xilinx, NVIDIA, Intel, Avgo. There's so many of them. This is what they all look like. They all got this. I mean, this is an ETF. This thing has just been phenomenal. So that's something to keep your mind on. That's a lot of ETFs are extremely strong. I'm going to mention only the ones that look really good. Semiconductor SMH XLE looks phenomenal. Look at the daily. This is a breakout. This should actually, I'm considering to put this on the long list. I only have one on my long swing list, and I'm thinking about putting this on the long. This looks phenomenal. If you look at it, I'll take the weekly down here, and this thing broke out already. This thing broke out from the highest pivot here, down when it declined, and it has slowly but surely finding its way. If you look at it on the daily, let's take this line right here, 42.61. And I'm sure you broke out of it here. If you go to 42.61, let me get to 42.61. So that's where you are. This stock broke out. This will show it a little better. It broke out. This is that line here, and this broke out. So I may put this, check on the room on Discord, on the swing trading. I may add this XLE to a swing long. So the XLC, you got the semis, SMH that are still very strong. These are strong ETFs. I don't have an entry on them. XLE I'm thinking about. XLF, which is the finance. Again, same type of chart as XLE Energy. About to break out, but here you have a stock that may be getting a little extended. If you look at it, may be getting a little extended. So it's about to take out a high for many, many years. XLF, and that's the reason why I won't get involved at this one. It's just extremely high, and this is a 10-year chart. And if you go back to 10 years, look where you are right here. And you should keep on one screen a daily, weekly, and monthly, and be able to do this every now and then and say to yourself, hey, do I want to buy an ETF? This isn't a particular story of a stock that's making great news and it's got great contracts or whatever it may be, a new chip, whatever it may be. This is an ETF, and look where it is. Now you're going back 20 years. You have to go back 20 years on the chart Go back to 2007 when it was right here, a high of $32. And look where you are now. So you're going back 14 years almost to get to a high. So no, to answer your question, do I want to get involved? No, I don't want to get involved in SMH semiconductors, but it's good to know it's extremely strong. XLE, I like to get involved in. There's plenty of upside here, plenty. If you go back to just 2014, you're at $100. The stock, this ETF's at 44.67. So there's plenty of room. So XLE, I'm really considering not only as a swing trade, but maybe even a core trade, a longer term holder. I will look at this. I will look at some options to see what I could write against this, and maybe collect some premium I'll show you some premium maybe you can write against this. It's an idea. That's not the options, I'm sorry. Let's go to the options. Okay, you got February, March. So I'm gonna look at this a little careful, and I'll maybe put another video. If not, I'll post it in the room if we decide to swing it long. But I may swing this as a core and sell premium against this, go out into March, and then after that expires, see where we are, go out to maybe September. So that's the idea, to sell some premium, get paid to wait. So XLE, XLF, the financials, real strong, but if you look at it, it's really on the monthly, kind of up there. But on the daily, it really looks beautiful. Wants to break out on the daily. And you got some resistance maybe here on the weekly. So I'm going to be careful on this because the weekly is up here. And if you look at it, you're kind of high. But it's still good to know financials are extremely strong. Technology, XLK, extremely strong. Look at the monthly. It's strong. It's no entry for me. There's nothing here for me to tell you to buy it or short it. I wouldn't short it. It's too strong. And I wouldn't buy it. It's too top heavy, I call it. Okay, and just some individual names in the housing in home builders that aren't here. So let me put them here. They should have been here. I apologize. So let's just look at XLB. Okay, and I put this on this list, and these are the ones I like, I don't like, and these are my comparisons. So we'll look at X. I'll move this, and we'll look at XHB home builders right up here on the top. Look at them. Look at the monthly. Look at the monthly. You can go back to 2007. This is just a great market. I get it. This is a tremendous environment for housing with low interest. I get it. I just not going to pay these prices for this chart. It is just from a technical perspective, what I would call extended and pricey. I'm not going to do it. Put some individual names. Lennar, Toll Brothers, all the same chart, all exploded. Look where they've come from, 16 to 56. Lennar on the monthly, somewhere around 30s to 90s. These stocks, even if they continue to run, this I promise you, they'll do it without me. 17 to 44. I am not interested in it, but just to let you know what's going on in the market. That's the purpose of having a market recap, is to tell you what's happening. These stocks again continue to be strong. These ETFs, home builders, technology, finance, energy, semiconductors, all continue to be stronger. Your weaker sectors, consumer branding, Clorox, Church and Dwight, Kimberly and Clark, all weaker. Fast food, Wendy's, flat. McDonald's, flat. No opportunity for me either way. Just want to tell you what's working, what ain't. The swing trades, we only come up with one long. We come up with 3 shorts. That's a different video. Catch that on YouTube. Guys, if you like this video and you want to see more of these, click the like button, smash the subscribe button, and we'll bring you more. So these are what's happening, and I wish you the best of luck this week. Again, happy Valentine's Day to all, and I'll see you in the room on Discord. I trade the moment. Thank you, guys.